what happens is, with them being nonprofits, they don't pay taxes. Who you think pay their taxes? Who you think pay their taxes? I'ma let y'all answer that. Who paying them taxes? Oh yeah, what's up? Come on now. So if they registered as nonprofits and we paying their taxes, what they are government contractors. Okay? So when you go to the GSA website and you go to the form search page and you look up these here bonds, right? The first thing you gonna think is, oh my God, I can get my people out of jail. Well, no, that's not the case, especially if you are not a government contractor. See, so what happens is, we must first establish our business properly. You must first formate your business properly. See, they keep telling you about a trust. Oh, go get your trust. They can't do this because of the trust, because of the trust. No, that's not how this goes. If you don't have your trust set up in a way that it moves for you, that you are able to utilize it to get the tasks done that need to be done, then you ain't talking about nothing. Don't let these people bamboozle you into believing that because you've established one trust, you in the clear. No, that's not the case. So what you'll see is when you go to look up these forms, right, on the GSA website, what you'll see is that it clearly states that these forms are for government contractors only. Why don't you want to fill out a form in your private capacity? Because the verbiage on the fucking forms is so scandalous, I wouldn't even want to come close to mixing myself up in some shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? But when you get your cage number and you get these different type of numbers, you're able to complete these forms as well as request full disclosure on who's been taking out bonds on you. All right? So let me pull this up, you guys, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you this SF-28, okay? Here we go. The SF-28. Now, I don't know how I'm going to get y'all over here on YouTube. Okay, I don't know how I'm going to get y'all over here on YouTube. Come on, Tony. Yeah, she on both sides of the water, y'all. Yeah, quit playing with me. Okay? So what we have here, okay, so how I'm going to do this, I do not know, but let me figure it out. Okay, so, hold up. Let me flip it around. Okay, and let me flip this around. Okay, let me flip this camera around. Y'all stick in there with me real quick because we going up today. Okay. First of all, I want to let y'all know that I am not here to gatekeep or whatever they call it. I am not here to withhold any information from you. It is my personal mission that you know everything that I know plus more. Okay? This is my greatest revenge, to disclose everything that you need to know, at least the most that I could tell you in my power of what it is that we dealing with, okay? So now when we look at this, okay, so I got two phones in my hand, y'all, so bear with me, right? So what I'll do is, I'll do it like this. I'm working it out, y'all. I'm working it out. Now, as you can see here, we're reviewing the affidavit of surety, okay? And when you look here, let's read it. It says, I, the undersigned. Now, remember, this affidavit is being completed on your behalf, okay, by the attorney. So when you read this, here it says, I, the undersigned, being duly sworn, depose and say that I am the surety to the attached bonds. Now remember, I told you that this is the adhesion contract. This affidavit is the one that says we can file all of these together, right? So it says that you are the surety to the attached bonds. 2, that you are a citizen of the United States and of full age and legally competent. Why do they care about you, first of all, being a citizen? Right? Because that estate is a citizen. Citizen, sit in sin. Sit in sin. That's what that is. Sit in sin. What is sin? Bondage. What is bondage? Slavery. Come on now. It's important that we learn how to break down these words. Okay? And full age and legally competent. Why do they care about you being full age? That's the age of maturity. That's when the estate matures, when you're 18. Remember that. It does something 3 times at the age of 7, 18, and I believe 21 or something. I'm not for sure. Don't give me the line. But it says where the sureties are acting as co-sureties. Okay? We, the sureties, bind ourselves in such sum jointly and severely as well as severally, only for the purpose of allowing a joint action or actions against any or all of us. What is an action? When we look into the UCC laws or to the UCC statutes or whatever the case may be, an action is a claim. A claim is a lawsuit, aka a charge. Come on now, against any or all of us. For all other purposes, each surety binds itself jointly and severally with the principal. Come on now. Come on now. I recognize that the statements contained herein concern a matter within the jurisdiction of an agency of the United States, and the making of false, fictitious, or fraudulent statement may render the maker subject to prosecution under Title 18 United States Code. Wait a minute, hold on y'all, it's blurring up. 1001 and 495. This affidavit is made to induce the United States of America to accept me as the surety on the attached bond. Induce. Induce. What happens when you go and get your labor induced? Come on now. Let me flip this around. What happens when you get your labor induced? Ain't that, what is it when you go in there and get your labor induced? Quit, hold on, y'all. I'm trying to flip this camera. When you get your labor induced, that means hurry up. That means we making the baby come quick. That means we bringing the baby here before it's ready. Induce, we need you to hurry up. This is urgent. We inducing it. Yeah, come on now. So as you can clearly see, through the first contract, did you know they said that? Come on now, makes it active. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Makes it active. But you see that they said to the United States of America. Come on. They not confused about the 2 different entities. Just the same as there's 2 different entities with you. You got the living and then you have the all caps. Same with them. They got the America and then they got the United States. So they saying we saying we putting you before America. So baby, everybody's in on it. Everybody's in on it. And they got you sitting up here. I mean, working hard on your common law affidavits. Working hard to declare your common law. This affidavit just stripped every common law right away that you thought you had without you knowing. Baby, maritime equal contracts. That's it. We dealing in a maritime jurisdiction, and they like to look in your face and talk to you and look at you like you crazy when you go in there speaking common law, which is why we ain't gonna waste our time talking about it. We gonna go in there, we gonna be talking about business, bonds, and banking, baby. That's what we gonna be going in there talking about, because this is a tax matter. And you are the beneficiary. But how is it that they have you bound with the surety when you are not the one who is the surety company? Come on now. Let's talk about this. What we're going to review now is the Circular 570. Okay? Because we're gonna come back around to the bonds, but we want to make sure that we layer everything so that there is clarity. There is nothing but clarity, okay? Hit me some hundreds in the room. Hit me some hundreds up in here. What if you don't sign? when you talk about, well, you don't never sign this because this form is never given to you. This form is from the attorneys. This is what the attorneys fill out on your behalf. Now, let me tell y'all how I know so much about this form. Okay, let me tell y'all how I know so much about this form. As you know, all of everything that I teach is based off of my own personal experience, right? Well, when I was extradited back from the state of Minnesota, so this is the piece that you guys need to know. We fled to the state of Minnesota seeking asylum, okay? Well, this is where I was caught and where I was unlawfully apprehended. Well, what happened was when I get to the jail in Hennepin County, they say, okay, we want to Texas wants you. Are you going to sign the paper so that you can be extradited back to the state of Texas? You want me to sign to? Well, the way y'all just hunted me down, you would have swore that you had the authority. So I told them I'm not signing shit. I'm not signing nothing because what they wanted me to sign was a waiver of rights that said I, Camila Johnson, did flee the state of Texas, knowing fleeing prosecution, knowing well that I committed a crime, and I hereby basically waive all of my rights to be extradited back to the state of Texas from Minnesota. No, sirree, Bob, because exactly what the fuck rights am I waiving? And furthermore, why do I need to sign a form to be extradited back if you was hunting me down so bad like you already had the power? See, all of this shit is voluntary. So what happened was they ended up issuing an extradition warrant for me, okay? What is an extradition warrant? An extradition warrant is basically when the governors, both governors, Tim Walz, Greg Abbott, and the Secretary of State, which was Stephen Simon and Jane Nelson, they had to sign to have me extradited because I wouldn't sign. So that's why I spent 109 days in jail. So what happened was, while I was in there, my mother was all, well, you don't want to sign the documents? Why you not signing this? And why? I'm not signing shit that clearly says that I waive all of my rights. Why would I do such a thing? Okay? So when I was extradited back to the state of Texas, what I soon learned is that they can't do shit without your signature. Unless they ignite. Remember, I told you the governors are the presidents of each state. See, Trump is the president of the corporation in its entirety. Come on, we need to break this down and we need to understand this shit as business. Quit looking at this shit as a nation. Oh, America, a great country. Oh, America, this shit is all paper genocide. This shit is a trick and swindles through destiny swapping. Destiny swapping. That's exactly what it is, because I'm never going to waver and tell you anything less that this is spiritual first. So a destiny swap is what takes place. Okay? Now, what happened was when I get to the state of Texas, they want me to sign all of these different things. I'm UCC 1-308, UCC 1-308, UCC 1-308, because I swear, y'all, I didn't know in this cardboard box or in this metal box that was 2 by 2 inches that I had to sit in, okay, shackled from my ankles to my wrists, right? I didn't know that I was going to be on that boat or be on that goddamn vehicle for 3 days, okay? 3 days locked up in a cage on an Amazon van. It looked like an Amazon van. But this is when they refer to us as bodies. This is how I know what they call us. I got a female body. I got 10 male bodies. Nothing more than a thing. And if you look up the definition of thing in the Black Law Dictionary, is clearly nothing more than a vessel. It's clearly nothing more than a dead, fictitious entity. This is what they consider you. This is why they call themselves the guardians in the court. They consider themselves to be your guardians. They consider themselves to be your conservators. They consider themselves to be, consider you to be in custody. You see what I'm saying? Look at these words. And this what I'm teaching you, it does not just apply. It does not just apply to criminal courts and things of that nature. This applies to the foster care system, CPS, the banks. This applies to schools. Schools get bonds. Notice that the school have a treasury. Everything is set up by way of business. This is business. This is why when you sitting in their face and you crying and you attempting to plead your case, they looking at you like, bitch, this is not what this is. We don't give a fuck. Now, we can keep you running through this shit for as long as we can, so we can continue to get paid until you break. But the first one to lead a game is the one that loses. And they know that you just want it to be over. So rather than you standing up and asserting what you know and asserting your position as the principal, as the power of attorney, as the lawful representative, rather than you doing that, you want it to just be over. You don't care nothing about being violated. You just gonna yeah your way down the fucking river. Okay, that's not me. All right, I'm in this for the long haul. There is no resonance of time. It does not matter. What is important is that you understand what the fuck is happening to you. Why you sitting in there scared of a motherfucker you never met before? On a regular day, couldn't nobody walk up and smack you in your face? So why you sit there and let them do it? I don't know you from Adam. You ain't no motherfucking judge of mine. You're not God. Come on now. Listen to me. Okay, let me see what we got going on here. I'm trying to make sure I'm tapped in, y'all. I'm trying to make sure I'm tapped in. Okay, let me see, y'all. Let me see. Let me read the comments. Yes, Motorticular. Thank you for the follows, you guys. They be doing big witchcraft, and I do too. How about that? They do witchcraft, and I do too. Because once you get the gist of what this is, how they truly separated us from the source, have they truly separated us from using our words? See, they told us that we couldn't talk. We didn't know how to read when they found us over here, when they brought us over here on the boats and all this. We didn't know how to read. No, the problem was they didn't understand our language. They the ones who didn't know how to read. So they stole what was ours, our connection with the earth, our ability to feel, to know what's going on in the atmosphere without all the extra shit going on. All the extra shit going on around us, this is all distractions. And so they asserted themselves in our position, and now the same shit they using on us, that's our shit. You feel what I'm saying? They just using it for a different purpose. So while they doing witchcraft, I am too. Now, let's keep going. If we gonna play the game, baby, I'm all over the fucking board. See, it ain't no one way. So people be like, oh, how did you beat your case? How did you get your son back so fast? Because I was on their ass like grass every which way. I didn't give a fuck what I knew. I didn't care if it was right. I didn't care what the motion said, how it came through. I didn't listen. I'm everywhere. And I ain't just playing with them in the courtrooms. I did not have no documents. Listen to me, y'all.